Oh hi! Welcome back to the IMklik show again. My name is Andrew Boey. In this episode, we're gonna continue our tour of the beautiful Iskandar region with us bringing you to the Johor Bahru Chinese Heritage Museum, which houses an impressive collection that documents the arrival of the Chinese immigrant to the Johor state. Now, if you've been to museum, you would have realized that they are mostly dark, dimly lit, and tend to have yellow light, which is gonna cause your pictures to look like this, yellowish. We're gonna learn how to fix this color cast and make them look like this. So we're gonna use this museum to learn about white balance. Let's get started. I don't think this is the door. The Johor Bahru Chinese Heritage Museum is housed in a 4-story pre-war building that's converted beautifully in downtown Johor. It documents the arrival of the Chinese immigrants and their involvement in flourishing the economy of olden Johor state. These Chinese immigrants mostly involved themselves in the growing and plantation of gambir and pepper. Did you know the Temenggung of Johor back then, Temenggung Daing Ibrahim, awarded many of these Chinese immigrants the rights to the rivers? Through the Surat Sungais, these river grants allow these Chinese immigrants to operate as tauques, or the bosses of rivers. And each of these tauques now grew the plantation of gambir and pepper, thus creating the Kang Chu system. Kang Chu means Kang, river, Chu, owner in the Teochew language. This Chinese Heritage Museum opens every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. except Mondays. Entrance fee is very affordable, 6 ringgit for adults, 3 ringgit for children and senior citizens. To learn color cast, let's first learn that every location has its own light source, and it is this light source that gives out color. If you happen to be in a dimly lit location, like where I am now, the light source is a yellowish bulb. Everything in there is going to be yellowish. That is because the color temperature of that location is low, hence a low Kelvin number. But if you were to head on outdoor, you will notice that the Kelvin is higher and the light is brighter. You're going to see bluish tone. And that is why every camera brand has a white balance button. It is this white balance that gives the camera the ability to counter this color cast. When the camera sees a picture with a yellowish tone, it will introduce blue to counter it. However, if that location has a bluish tone, it will put in more yellow. Now the camera goes a few steps further. When you press on this button here, that is symbolized with the WB symbol mostly, you will see that you have a few options. This one is suitable for places which are dimly lit and uses tungsten light. This one should be used when you're using a flash. And this one when you're outdoor. This one when you're in a shaded area. These are called white balance presets. Well, these are pictures that are shot with different white balance presets. And hence you have the introduction of one more mode, the most frequently used and abused one, which is the AWB, or automatic white balance. Now automatic is fine when you fall within a certain range of the white balance, but the problem is when you go out of this range, too yellowish or too bluish, white balance on auto mode doesn't work anymore. So we have to learn how to use the K mode, which stands for Kelvin. Very simple. When you're in a yellowish location, choose a low K. This will allow the camera to add more blue to the photo. But if you want to add more yellow to that location of the photo, use higher Kelvin. So try to stick to 5000 as the center of your universe. If you use anything lower than 5000, you're actually adding more blue. But if you use anything higher than 5000, you are simply adding more yellow. So if you're shooting sunset, making it more yellow and golden, have a higher K value. Shooting in a very yellowish, dimly lit, tungsten lit location, Simple. Bring it down to something like 3300 Kelvin. Oh wow, I learned so many things from this museum. We are outdoor now, and before we go out, this is bright and sunny, so you can switch your white balance mode to AWB or try something new that you just learned. Switch it to 5000 Kelvin. Let's go, we have so many places to go.